we were in the play together, and we started the play completely naked, and I was naked with Alexis for the first 7 minutes of the play. And I had to walk in the round, and I had to do a dialogue, and as we woke up, we had a dead body. The story was that we did something with the dead body, and then we put it in a trunk, and we invited the boy's family around to have dinner on the trunk with the dead body in the trunk. Really dark, dark play. So I'm doing this show, and I'm standing there, and I know Scott's going to be there. This friend's going to introduce us tonight, and says, you have to come see this guy who's in this show, and talking about me. So I didn't know this at the time, but the guy told Scott that I was his boyfriend, the guy's boyfriend, and the guy told me that Scott was his boyfriend. So we wouldn't get together, right? Don't ever tell me no. So that night, I'm in the dressing room, and literally, this is what I was doing. I was pulling my trousers up in the dressing room when I turned around, and there was Scott at the door, and I kid you not, I'll put this in my book, but when I turned around in my head, and if you've ever had this feeling, you know it, but if you don't, you're gonna have it one day. When you do, jump on it. Not him, but I turned, I looked, and I knew that was the person that I was gonna spend the rest of my life with. But I was too embarrassed to talk to him. I mean, I'm not embarrassed to talk, but I knew that, so I was kind of like a little shy. So was he. He told me later, he saw me and he said the same. He said, after I saw that ass, the same thing. So, I went to dinner that night with Sarah Brightman, and just dropped that in there. And he went to dinner with his other friends, and I walked over to him and I had talked to him, and I said, you know, we should go out sometime, blah, 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 blah. It was a year later until we actually met up, but every week, or every couple of days, I would be driving in London and I would pass a bus stop and there he'd be with his briefcase. Or I'd walk down the street and there he was. And eventually, we were invited to a dinner. Ready for this? Cher called me up. Yeah, you know, oh, hi John, this is Cher, do you want to come out to dinner with me? And I said, sure, I can, I got a date. She'd just seen Sunset Boulevard. She said, are you crazy? You're going to turn down a dinner with me because you got a date? I said, yeah. She said, well, he must be some lucky queen. So we had dinner on our first date with Cher. And he thought Christmas had come because I, John Barrowman, had invited Cher to our date for dinner. I made it look like it was a surprise for him. I'm like, yeah, it's just Cher, you're gonna call her up, she's gonna sing for you. We believe in love and love. I lied. Long story short, I got him.
At the Buffy panel 3 years ago, today, I was having my monster child. So, I'm totally excited about finally being here. Yay!
There we go. Hey, how's everyone doing? Have you guys been having a good time so far? Yeah! So this is my husband Daryl, and is it okay if we may need a crowd shot for our project? And would you guys be open to being the crowd if we need it?
Yeah!
Fantastic. So, I initially thought that we were going to be premiering 9 minutes of our project, A Place Among the Undead, but we found out we don't have 9 minutes. So, there's been a fast reshuffle, and we're actually going to show you a trailer that's 2 minutes, and then we're going to show you something that's special that no one's really seen yet as well. And how many of you actually know about our project, A Place Among the Undead, and how many of you, well, first I'll say how many people know? Awesome, that's pretty cool. So for the people that don't know, Deb and I have been making the definitive documentary about vampires and myth and pop culture. And we have gathered the who's who of the genre, and it's an insider's view. So far, we've interviewed Joss. Yeah, it's been amazing. We've interviewed Tim Burton.
Yeah!
We've interviewed Gary Oldman. Anne Rice. Robert Patrick. Willem Dafoe. Charlene Harris, who created all the books that True Blood is based on. She wrote the Sookie Stackhouse novels. Kevin Grevious, who created the Underworld franchise, and many more. So I will show you now the first trailer, which is a two and a half minute trailer, and then I'll come and chat with you a little more. Thank you. So A Place Among the Undead is a 6-part anthology TV series, and every episode not only has the amazing interview footage, but it has a narrative film which is inspired by the interviews. And so some of the footage that you saw, the red latex dress, the cemetery, we shot a couple already, one in New Orleans and one in London. And since we cut the stuff that you're seeing today, we have interviewed, in addition, Ron Perlman. We have interviewed Nathan Fillion. Yeah, Nathan's interview was great. We had to stop the whole crew from ruining all the takes from laughing because he's just so great. Christian Kane. Yeah, we also did Kristen Bauer Van Straten, who played Pam on True Blood and is awesome. And Rudolph Martin, who you guys would know as Dracula on Buffy.
Yeah.
He was awesome as well. If you like what you saw with fundraising as we're shooting, so we're on Indiegogo.com and just look for A Place Among the Undead. Now, the next piece that we're going to show you, we actually cut this just for Anne Rice, just to give to Anne, and basically we had our composer, and we never expected for anybody to see it, so it's kind of special. And it really, I think, shows when we talk to all of our interviewees, the fanboy and fangirl in all of us. So we'll show the next clip, which was just for Anne, but you guys are going to get to see it. Got it. She ended up inscribing a book, and she said, please give this to Joss, and it said, to the 15-year-old Joss. It's a new book, and it's very sweet. And she also had us send one to Tim, which was quite racy. It was like your most ardent admirer. So it's very cute. So she was very, very touched by it, and really is especially touched by Joss. And so if you guys want to become a part of Undead, we are on Indiegogo.com, and there's all sorts of swag. And then, as Marcia said, we're going to be down at the Readnopolis booth, which is the 400 Table Row 400B6, right after from 4 to 5, and we'll have some of the Undead t-shirts, which I see some of you guys are wearing, which is awesome. And so, are you guys ready for the Buffy Once More with You singing? If Drew was in a musical, what that would be like. And I had established Drew sort of singing on this monotone. Run and catch, run and catch.
Yeah.
Is golden a blackberry patch. I don't think this would work that well for a whole song in a musical. So it might have been just as well that Drew wasn't in it, but I would have loved to, and it's such a great episode. So, are you guys are your pipes warmed up?
Yeah.
Are you ready for Once More with me? Thank you so much, I'm so excited to share with you what we've been working on A Place Among the Undead, so, and you guys getting to see the Anne Rice clips and stuff, so thank you for being such a part of the project, it means the world. Bye!